Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. Today we are going to talk to Dr. Jayasree Saranathan. She is a PhD, she's an author, she is a researcher who does research in predicting rain, and she also has written extensively. She started out writing in Tamil and English. These were articles that used to appear in periodicals and weeklies. From 2005 onwards, she has also been using the internet to get her thoughts out. In fact, you may have read many of her articles on PGurus, such as the ones where she explained the scientific reason why menstruating women should not be going to Sabarimala temple. I hope you, our viewers, have read this thing. If not, please do read that article, because that is one of the most scientific explanations as to why the sanctity of the Sabarimala temple should be preserved the way it is. But enough of the introduction part. We are going to straight go to Dr. Jayasree Saranathan. She has just released a new book, and that's not the topic of our discussion today. The topic of our discussion today is, when did Ramayana happen? Now, there are two dates that have been presented so far by Neelkant Oak. He has said that Ramayana took place around 14,000 before Common Era, and Hema Hari and DK Hari, who said that Rama was born on 5110 before Common Era, and that the Ramasetu bridge was built on 5076 BCE. Now, we are going to talk to Dr. Jayasree, who has done her own research on this topic, and she is going to arrive at the date based on her research. Welcome to PGurus channel, Dr. Jayasree.
Nice to be on PGurus channel.
So, Dr. Jayasree, I have, been an admirer of Saint Tyagaraja's work, Rama Bhakta, to the core, and he has referred to Rama in two different ways. One is Ikshvakula Tilaka, of meaning the Tilak of the Ikshvaku dynasty, as well as Raghuvamsa Sutta. Now, so he's saying, and if you look at the lineage, Lord Rama is, I think, 63 in that lineage of the Raghuvamsa. Now, you have also tried to compute the exact time period when Ramayana happened. So you have done your own research on this. And how do you see when Ramayana occurred?
Thanks, Mr. Sri Iyer. You talked about Saint Tyagaraja's Raghuvamsha Sudha song. Let me begin from that. Raghuvamsha is the name of the book written by Kalidasa on the ancestors of Ram. In that, in the 6th Sarga, comes the description of the marriage of Rama's grandmother, that is Indumati, with Aja. She had a Swayamvar in which many kings had participated. And I am going to talk about one among them. And one among them is none other than the Tamil king Pandya. So why I am bringing the Pandyan here is, many had not known the Tamil lineage or the connections that the Tamil kings have had with other parts of India. One such connection we are finding in Raghuvamsha, in which it is said that the Pandyan king, the lord of the southern seas, and who was always attended by sage Agastya, had taken part in that particular Swayamvar. In that occasion, Indumati's friend Sunanda is explaining about, is describing the king, how he is, what he has done. A very interesting thing about it is that she says he comes from the Uraga country. Uraga is serpent, and all the Sanskrit scholars have interpreted it as the serpent country. That is a country of serpents, that is the country of snakes. Pandya belonged to the country of snakes. Then many researchers have just taken this to mean Nagapatnam. Nagapatnam also means Naga, or the city of snakes. But if you're well versed in the ancient Tamil literature, you will know that it is not Nagapatna, but another place called Alavai. Alavai was the capital of the Pandyan kings for some time. Alavai also means snake. This we are getting from the scripture. The point is, this Alavai was not the capital of Pandyas for all the time. It was the capital of Pandyas for only particular period in history, that is between 5550 BCE to 1850 BCE only. That is, the mention of Pandya in the Raghuvamsha, saying that his capital was Uraga country, Uraga state, means that this Pandya belonged to a period which did not go beyond 5550 years.
Correct.
And
correct.
And you may be asking, see, Pandya comes at the time of, there is another point also here I want to say. This part, there is another description given about Pandya here, saying that Ravana bought peace with him because he was so scared of the Pandyan king who had the best of the weapons called the BRAHMA-SHIRO-ASTRA. That is the foremost, even more than the Brahmastra. So he was so scared of Pandya, so he bought peace with him. The same text says. So you will be wondering anyway, how this Ravana, that is Ravana and Pandya, this shows that Ravana and Pandya were contemporaries.
That is right.
If they were contemporaries, then that comes to Rama's time. How come it can come to the grandmother's time?
Yes.
So there is something wrong with the chronology. Critics will say that. Of course, there is something wrong with the chronology. Maybe Kalidasa would have thought of just bringing in all the people into the fold. Like so many people just wanted to go marry Sunanda. Like so many people were after her. So that is only that he might have taken the poetic license of bringing him also, bringing this fellow also. The point is, you cannot ignore the description about him. What are the descriptions? His country, that is his capital, was Alavai, and he was a contemporary of Ravana. So in this case, we have to look for other sources also that can substantiate this. I can give you another source, which is nothing but an inscriptional source found in Chinnamanur, where it says, the Pandyan inscription says, a former Pandya, he's an unnamed Pandya, we don't know his name. He was a contemporary of Dashanana. Dashanana is the name only given to Ravana, that is the 10-headed person.
That's right. And I mean, I think that was the name that his parents kept him, Dashanan.
Okay, I'm fine. Thanks for the input. Thanks for the input. Even I was not aware. Because that particular inscription says, Dashananam Sandiva Rakshakara in Sanskrit. In Tamil it says, Dashavadanan Sabaha Sandhise. Dashavadanan, that is the Dashananan, went after the Pandya king and he had a truce with him so that the Pandyan king will not destroy him.
So we have a second stone inscription that says that in Chinnamayur, that says that there was a truce between Ravana and the king of Pandya. Go ahead.
So that must have been the correct, that must have been a true statement. Why should they bring in Dasanana, all these things in the inscription?
Yes.
And that had been taken by, that is until Kalidasa's time. This idea about Dashavadana, that is Pandya king, must have been very prevalent, that is talked very greatly, highly. So he has thought of including Pandyan's name in the Swayamvar of Sindhumati. That is a possible thing that we can say. The point is, he was a contemporary of that. Then there also we are getting a kind of the time limit, because in Kalidasa he says the Uragasya country, the Uraga's country. He has the capital city as Uraga. So that gives us a limit. I am saying that. So we have to look for other sources for whether there are other sources that support this idea. So when we are looking, you don't have to look outside. You look at Valmiki Ramayana. Within Valmiki Ramayana itself, there is a reference to a Pandyan king and also his capital city. This comes in Kishkinda Kanda, where the Vanaras were going on all sides in search of Sita.
Yes.
There should
now,
be
now I have to bring one question. Who was the guru of the king, Pandya king?
Agastya is given as Agastya.
So we are going to have another link with Agastya, because there is inference of Agastya meeting Rama during the 11th and 13th year of his exile. So we will come to that a little bit later. I just wanted to bring that into context.
Yeah. We will see all the contemporaries. First, I am giving the contemporary king, the Pandyan king, though we don't know his name. We know his capital city. The capital city first we got from Raghuvamsha.
Yes.
Now we have also and we have come from the Cinnamanur copper plates. We are able to know that Ravana was a contemporary of that king. That
Yes.
is, the information of Kalidasa is true, even though the chronology may be different. Right. Now we have to prove that this particular Pandya had the same capital city called the Uraga city.
Yes.
So that information is there in Valmiki Ramayana itself, where Sugriva asks the Vanaras to go towards the south and search in a place called Pandyanam Kavatam. Kavatam or Kapatapuram is the second part, that is second Sangam age Pandya's capital city. Normally, Kavatam means door. So any Sanskrit scholar reading or deciphering the verses of Ramayana would normally think, go and search in the entrance of Pandya or in the doorway of Pandya. That is how any Sanskrit scholar would have interpreted. And this particular verse comes after searching in Kaveri region. You search in the Kaveri region, then you go to Pandyanam Kavatam. So we can see the sequence. After crossing the Kaveri, you go further down south and you are coming to that. That is coming from the Tamil background and knowing the Tamil literature. When I read the word Kavatam, really I am struck with the word the Kavatapuram written in the Sangam age. Nakirar had written there. And the Kavatam is another name for Alavai, which also means the Uraga city.
And so, Alavai means the mouth of the snake. Please go ahead.
The mouth of the snake, yeah. So what we are seeing is, in the time of Rama himself, the Pandyan king had lived in the Kavatam, that is in the second Sangam age. And I told you, the second Sangam age upper limit is 5550 BCE if you are taking the starting time from the common era. There may be errors, there may be this way or that way errors in the years.
But the millennium is established. The millennium is established.
Established, or maybe 100 or 200 years before, but not after.
Correct.
I can give you the evidences, but in a different context. It will take more of our time. So going by that, we can say the Ramayana could not have happened any time before 5550 BCE. And as you said, Pushkar Bhatnagar and Dr. Hari also have come to within that period only. 5110, D.K. Hari has said, and Pushkar Bhatnagar has given the date as 5114.
Okay, very close. Very close.
Very close. And I am giving the upper limit as 5550 BCE as per the internal evidence of Ramayana of Pandyanam Kavatam and also the Chinnamanur evidence and the Kalidasa's evidence that Pandyan had lived in Kavatam or Uraga's country or Alam. So this gives an upper limit.
Yes.
And now you talked about this Agastya, another contemporary of Pandya that is the Rama is Agastya. There are many Agastya legends. Actually, you take up Agastya, definitely there will be nearly 10 or 12 people who will be coming and arguing against that. Because there are so many Agastya legends. But when you are sifting through all the Agastya legends, there is just only one event that is happening in Ramayana. Agastya and his interaction with Rama and others, they only have some consistency, internal consistency in the sequence of the events. For example, first time we are introduced to Agastya in the 11th year of exile of Rama. When he goes to see, Rama is telling Sita and Lakshmana that this man, this sage, he was in the southernmost part of Dandaka forest, or he has made the southern part of this Dandaka forest livable and he is living there. Let's go and meet him. So now we know the location somewhere in the upper regions of the peninsular India.
Yes.
At that time, Agastya has lived. This has happened in the 11th year. And Agastya directs them to go to Panchavati and they were living there. Then what happens? In the 14th year, Sita was lost and the Vanaras were in search of Sita. Sugriva has asked them to go and see in the southern state. And at that time, he says, you go towards the south, there you will see the receptacle of Kaveri, where Agastya is living. So, from 11th year of exile, in the Dandaka forest, Agastya has shifted to Kaveri in the 14th year. So why should he go to that place? That question comes. And thereafter, during the war also, there is a chapter on Aditya Hridayam you would have read in Valmiki Ramayana that was advised by Agastya, who had gone over to Lanka, and then he has advised Rama. So between compared to Dandakaranya, this Kaveri region and Lanka are in close proximity. So
Yes.
there is scope to believe that having known that Rama has gone over to Lanka and struggling there to get back his wife, there is every chance to believe that Agastya had gone over to Lanka to advise Rama. So it also makes very clear by the 14th year, Agastya was in the southern side. But after that, in Uttarakhand, what happened? The Shambhuka incident comes. Shambhuka, everyone knows. And Rama goes after, that is, he just goes on an expedition to the south, to Sakhya territory, that is Saivala, it is given, Ramayana, it is given as Saivala. Saivala mountains, as known as Saya mountain in Tamil, or Sahyadri, as Sakhya mountains in Western Ghats. And there he is advised by his people that Agastya is here. He has undertaken a penance for 12 years in water, in Kaveri. Now the 12-year period is over. Let us go and meet him. So you can see the time gap. 11th year of exile, then 12th year or 14th year of exile. Then after that, we don't know when he had gone over there. Maybe he would have gone over there on the 12th year of exile. That means 8 years after Rama Pattabhisheka, he was still there and Rama had gone over there and then seen him. At that time, Rama uses the first time the word Kumbhayoni is being used by Rama at that time. He is praising Agastya. See, you are there in the Kumbha, a pot, and you are born in the Kumbha. Kumbhayoni, like we say, Dvija born when you are taking the Upanayana ceremony. Here, Rama is saying that Agastya was born again or born in the Kumbha. That means it's a new birth for him. And that Kumbhayoni is often used in Tamil text. That is the word for Agastya in Tamil text. But that word, that name was for the first time told by none other than Rama. That we have the evidence in Ramayana. So we are finding a kind of the North Indian, or you can say the Rigvedic sage Agastya, going over to south. That is, before he goes over to south or Pandyan kingdom, he has undertaken a penance of Kumbha, in the Kumbha, then he has become a Kumbhayoni. So this is the travel of the Rigvedic Rishi Agastya from Dandakaranya to the southern kingdom. Why did he go? That question is there. And that question in Tamil text, we know that he had gone over there to inaugurate the second Sangam age. He was the main grammarian or a litterer in the second Sangam, and his grammar work known as Agasthyam was the grammar work of the second Sangam age, that is in Kapatapuram. So how the Kapatapuram came into existence? Earlier, some inundation or sea floods have happened, and the olden, that is the first Sangam age capital of southern Madurai, was lost, and then the Pandyans have come and settled in Kavatam. And having known that, this is my conjecture, having known that Agastya had gone over there, but before going and doing something in the literature side, he has prepared himself ready by doing the penance in the Kumbha of Kaveri. That is what we can now create as a conjecture. But the point is, sometime between 11th year and 14th year of the exile, something had happened so that had triggered Agastya to go to the Kumbha. That is the Kaveri. So between this time only, some inundation or the loss of the first Sangam age must have happened. That is another conjecture. We have to have other evidences also to establish this. But now we are coming to the conjecture that between the 11th and the 14th year of exile, something odd has happened that had made Agastya to shift over to Kaveri and from there further go down to Pandya land. So, yes. And then maybe the Kabatapuram was established there, and this also showed that the limit was 5,550 BC. There Wonderful. Is one more. Well, there is one more astronomy event I am giving you. Astronomy evidence for this. Astronomy evidence. The There is in Varahamihira's Brihat Samhita, there is a chapter on Agastya Darshanam, looking at Agastya. There was a time Agastya's star, that is Canopus, was not seen north of Vindhyas. But sometime later, it was coming in sight. It is due to the change in the tilt of the earth. So what happened when the people, the legend had come up from this. Like once the Rishi Agastya had gone to the south, until then the Vindhyas have been hiding, and then he has subdued the Vindhyas and gone over to the south. So until he comes back, the Vindhyas will not rise up again. That is one of the legends. There are many legends around that. This is one of the legends. So taking cue from this,
I think you meant Vindhyas were hiding the. I think you meant the Vindhyas were hiding the sun from people in the north of Vindhyas. Yeah, please continue. Yeah.
That is another legend which I am not talking now. But this legend only, because hiding the sun means sun at zenithal point.
Yes.
That is topic of Cancer. And there is no way to know when the last time the topic of Cancer was at the Vindhyas or now. No one had done any scientific research on that. So I am not touching that. Where the scientific research is also available, I just will get into that. So here what I am saying is, when people were able to see the Canopus star, so that he's still there. Agastya is still in the southern side. He has not yet come back home in the north. When he is coming back, the Vindhyas will rise up again and people will not be able to see. That is the legend. So if we are looking at your dating that period when Agastya became visible, most of the researchers who have worked on this have given the date as 5200 BCE. What a remarkable concurrence you see.
Yes.
Around maybe plus 100 years or minus 100 years, it could be there. But 5500, let me repeat that. 5200 BCE plus or minus 100 years, Agastya sighting. The Agastya having gone over south, people have just taken for granted, okay, he will not come back. He has gone over there. That is the thing. And then the KAVATAM, the period maximum limit is 5550 BCE only. So with this upper limit, and also Kavatapuram having been brought into existence around that time, and when Rama also had lived, we can say that Ramayana must have happened sometime around the 5000 plus. And here one question you may, you may be having in your mind. The thing is, people are saying that Rama lived in Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga is lakhs of years ago. Then how could we say that he lived just 5000?
So this is the yuga confusion about what a yuga means. Please continue.
Let me not go into detail of that, but let me just tell you, there are two types of yuga when you are looking at the Puranas. One is the Divya Yuga, that is the yuga of the Devas. That only runs into lakhs of years for the movement of the sun and the stars. Whereas the other one is the Dharma Yuga. And about Dharma Yuga, I will come back again at the end of this talk, because in the Dharma Yuga, everything is determined by the nature of that is the level of proportion of the Dharma. In Krita Yuga, Dharma was highest. There was no Adharma. In Treta Yuga, there was one fourth of Adharma. In Dwapara Yuga, 2/4. In Kali Yuga, 3/4. So in Treta Yuga, there should have been 1/4 of Adharma. And I will explain it later, the Dharma part.
Yes.
So I think I have explained this so far I have given two contemporaries, Pandya and Agastya, both of them giving the upper limit of 5550 BC.
Yes. Now, Dr. Jayasree, we have enough information today to let people think about. You've covered some amazing topics. For example, you explained Yuga. You've also talked about a new Astra that even I was not aware of. BRAHMA-SHIRO-ASTRA.
BRAHMA-SHIRO,
yeah. See, when we were doing early computing periods, a Control-C button would actually bring the computer back from whatever process it was hung on. So we used to say, okay, now you have to do the Brahmastra, which was Control-C. You hit Control-C, the whole process will stop. This is a Unix machine. It will stop the thing and then it will come back and you can start the thread again. So now we have BRAHMA-SHIRO-ASTRA. We should talk about that in a later hangout. You are a fountain of information, and the way you have systematically approached this topic shows the mind of a scholar, a PhD. That shows the doctor inside you. That you're not satisfied with one element of proof. You want to have more, and the more you have, the more credible the data becomes, the more credible the information becomes. Dr. Jayasree, now we have some data that it is probably around 5200 BCE, plus or minus 100 years. But Nilesh Oak says that Ramayana happened in the 14th millennium, 14,000 somewhere in that. So what is the error in his computation in your opinion?
Yes, that is single most error is there, which just demolishes entire thing. And this particular astronomy event, I am quoting from Yuddha Kanda, where Lakshmana is telling the other Vanaras when they are starting for the war. At the time he says, he looks up at the sky and says, the Saptarishis. Actually, he doesn't say Saptarishis, Paramarishyaha. The Paramarishis are going in a pradakshina around the Dhruva, around this pole star. The Paramarishis or the Saptarishis were going around. So when we are looking at this particular information, for a place like Kishkinda, you can take Badami or even a Hampi. You can take Hampi, and if you are seeing that kind of circulating or circumambulating the Dhruva happens around 5,000 plus BCE, not in 12,000 BCE. For 12,000 BCE, the Saptarishis were not circulating around the Dhruva. They were going from eastern horizon to western horizon. If so, how could such a kind of information be told by Lakshmana for a place in Kishkinda, in peninsular India? I am talking about peninsular India, where that is in Kishkinda, from where they were starting for the war. So this, and also they have not told us Saptarishi, just Paramarishi, because in Hampi, around 5100 BCE, only 3 rishis were within the circumpolar region and circulating, doing the pradakshina, even though the other rishis were outside. But anyway, immediately after rising, all of them were seen going around. So this is possible for Kishkinda only around 5000 BCE and not in 12,000 BCE. So there is no meaning in having the data.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, the marker that Nilesh Oak used was this Saptarishi versus Paramarishi, and based on that, the dates don't align. Is that correct?
He had used many markers. There may be many markers. He has aligned many planetary combinations. Actually, for Mahabharata war, I am my next book, which is due to be published soon. I am going through all that and I'm showing how they are all wrong. He has not taken a specific one. He has taken the epoch of Arundhati as the base. That is discussed in my next book, which I am not indulged in now. That is, I am not explaining here. What I am saying is, this particular astronomy reference doesn't fit for the 12,000 BCE. It fits for only 5,100 or 200 BCE in the place of Hampi or any 15 degree north, between 15 degree to 12 degree north, 20 degree north. That was where the Vanaras were stationed at that time. From there, they were able to see the pradakshanam of some of the rishis only around 5,000 BC, not in 20,000 BC. So that should not have that. See, if he is right, this should also be right. Correct. But this is not so.
So this is the third time marker that again brings it back to the same 5,100, 5,200 BCE timeline. Yes. So I think we should leave it at that, and I'm sure there will be comments from our viewers. We are very astute viewers. They're all going to go scurrying back to the Shastras, read up on the stuff to find out if there is any questions that they may have. Viewers, please feel free to comment on our videos, and also do subscribe to our channel, because you will get such information from our channel. Right now, the Ram Mandir, the date, the existence is all being debated in the highest court of India, and we hope that some who are involved in that also see this channel, and perhaps they can invite Dr. Jayasree as an expert witness, who knows. So thank you very much, Dr. Jayasree, for sparing your time with us.
Thank you very much.